Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel where we'll deep dive into the world of music and sound. Today we're exploring a topic that touches every corner of our lives, yet goes often unnoticed: background music. We will first look at how to find and download music in the YouTube library. Second, we'll learn how to import our music into Camtasia. And third, how to adjust the background music in Camtasia. The first thing we will do is to bring up a project in Camtasia. Here I have a project from my previous video on benefits of free ebooks. On track number 1 we have our audio. On track number 2 we have our video content. And on track number 3 is where we're going to place our background music. Now you can add background music right from Camtasia. All you have to do is go up to the library right here on the left, click on that, and it will take you to audio, and you'll see underneath audio we have a number of songs. But that's only 3 songs it's showing. What if we want more choices? We can then go to the Camtasia site where they have different kinds of assets. What we do is we go up at the top here where it says Camtasia 2023, open that up. We slide down to where it says download more assets. And this will open up the Camtasia website where we have all kinds of assets we can add to videos. We'll move over to Asset Packs. And under Assets Packs we have customizable videos, images, and audio. And we want audio, we want music. We'll click on music. And we see we have all kinds of music that we can add to our videos. However, I'm getting my music from YouTube. Log into your YouTube channel and go to Manage Videos. Scroll down to Audio Library. Now all creators can tap into the YouTube library, a treasure trove of music and sound effects free of charge for your videos. However, note that while these tracks are free, some require attribution. So keep an eye out for the Creative Commons license indicator and follow the guidelines for proper attribution. On the left, we have an arrow, and if you click on it, it will play the music that you've selected. The star adds a star and saves the selection in the starred folder. Next, we have the track title, genre, the mood, the artist, the duration, the license type. If we check on the play emblem, we will see that on this particular one, that we're okay. We don't need any attribution. It says right here, no attribution is required. Then we have the date that it was added to the library. In order to save time, you'll want to find 5 to 20 songs you can use in your videos. You don't need new background music in every video. Most people won't remember what music was in your last video. So let's download our music. We're going to first come over to the search, and we're going to search a track title, and it's going to be the 2 of us, and here we have our selection. We're going to go over and check the license, and once again we can see that there's no attribution, but we do have this that pops up and tells us some conditions. You may not make available, distribute, or perform the music files from the library separately from your videos or other content in which you have incorporated these music files. Okay, we'll click Done. We're now going to click over to Download, and this music is now downloaded, and we're going to bring it into Camtasia. Okay, we're back in the Camtasia program, and you can see right here where I downloaded the 2 of us background music. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drag that down to track number 3. Usually the background music is the last thing I add. And we're just going to drag it to the front. There we go. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to trim the back of it so that it's no bigger than the music we have. The music actually starts off pretty low. In fact, what we're going to do is increase our track size. And I like increasing the height of the track so you can see the wavelengths better. And we're going to go back to the front of our track. And you can see the music right here starts off low and increases. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a modification here. I'm going to actually bring it in where the music is already high. And I'm doing that to be able to show you something later on. So we're going to grab it and cut off the front part, move it to the head, get a better view of our track, line it up with the other tracks, and now we have our track fitting right with music starting off louder. Let me go back to first. Let's make the track a little bit smaller. Not that small. About there. And now we're ready to work with it. Let's see what it sounds like with our voiceover. Our voiceover, remember, is on track number 1. People love free stuff. By offering a valuable ebook. You can see right off the audio on the background music is too loud. So what we do is we're going to select that track, the background music track. We're going to lock our voiceover track so that we don't mistakenly do something to it. And if you notice on the right hand side that when you select the background audio track, that on the right hand side you have the title of the song in the properties menu. You have the gain at 100%. You have the mixed mono unchecked, so it's actually playing stereo. And you have an auto normalized loudness. Now, audio normalization simply adjusts the gain of the audio file so that some measurable feature, usually the peak level or integrated loudness, matches the predetermined target level. The same amount of gain is applied to the whole file so that the dynamic range remains unchanged. What all that means is simply the fact that all your files here with this gain checked will be the same volume. Okay, now if we uncheck that, will you notice that now all of a sudden we have what the file originally had, and you can see that it's quite loud. And if we were to play it, if we were to uncheck the voiceover and play the whole thing, you entice visitors to explore your website further. You can see it's way too loud. So we're going to lock our voiceover again. And now we're going to adjust this volume. Before we adjust the volume, I'd like to point out one thing. If you go over to Edit, Preferences, and go over to Project, you'll see that the auto normalization loudness is checked. So it's checked so any audio that you bring in will automatically have this box up here checked to start with. You can uncheck this and then all the audio you bring in will not be normalized. But I like to leave it on. So we're going to click OK and we'll just manually uncheck it and leave it off here. The next thing we should look at is the fact that the voiceover down here was recorded at 18 decibels to 12 decibels. So that's the volume range that you normally have on a voiceover. Most voiceovers, if you go into like Audition or Audiate and Camtasia, you can adjust that voiceover so that it will be at a specific volume, and that's the volume we're looking at. It's 18 decibels to 12 decibels. This particular background music, not this particular one, but background music in general, what you want is you want that background music to be about 20. That's kind of the ideal situation. Now, it depends on your voice. It depends about what you're talking about, how loud you are, and other audio that you might have within your project. But normally, you can start off at around a 20 decibel range. And normally, when you come into Camtasia, all you have is this bar that shows volume level, increasing the chances of them discovering, and you see it's too high. And if you want to go to a specific decibel level, you click on it again, and now it'll bring up the actual decibel levels. So if we play this right now and engaging with other content, we're pushing clear up to 0. You can see we're actually in the red. It's way, way too loud. What we want is we want to lower this. And we want to lower it so that the peak, and by peak that little green, the darker green area, is hitting at about 20. This makes you have to lower this line a lot. And so we're going to sit here and we're going to lower the line way down. If we play it now, we're probably still too high. Your website further, increasing the chances of right about there. Discovering and engaging with, and we're still too high. Okay. And other content. In your ebook, strategically place clickable. Okay. Now, if you notice, I'm making a mistake here. What you're seeing is both audios playing together. I did not go over to this track and shut it off, because we're just trying to adjust the one. So now when I play it, we'll just see the volume for the background music. We're up just about where we want to be, right there. Now let's see how this sounds with our voiceover. And engaging with other content. In your ebook, strategically place clickable links that drive traffic to you. So I think we're, on this particular project, we're right on. The other thing you can do is you can actually, if you don't want to go by this on the right-hand side, the 20 decibels, you just want to do it by fill, you can play them both together and lower this and just see how it sounds to you. But in this particular case, you can see the 20 decibels comes out pretty close. Now I'm going to show you the best way to reduce the sound in Camtasia. And that is simply to come over here to where the bar is. If we play our music, and we look over here at the bar, the best way is to click on that bar again and bring up our decibels. And if you notice over here on the right hand side is a slider. And we can play the music and adjust the slider and adjust our sound and bring it right down to where we want. So what we want is we want to bring it down to about the 21 mark. And let me show you how fast that is. There we go. We now adjusted our sound and it's exactly where we want it. Quick and easy. Now there's two more things I'd like to show you really quick. And one, we're going to reduce our size here and go to the very front. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to sound effects or audio effects and we're going to fade in. Notice how the audio down here came in. It actually tries to grab it as well. And in order to make sure that doesn't happen, you still want to lock that. Just to make sure. So now we have our audio where it's going to come in gradually. So if we lock this, shut this off, you'll be able to hear. You see how the audio gradually comes in. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fade out on the back end, right over here. And you can see where it, once again, is fading out as it goes out. So if I go over here, and you'll hear it fade out. There you go. So that's our fade in and fade out. And one other thing I'd like to show you is sometimes not very often, but sometimes you might want to turn off the background music for a particular part of a project. And how you do that is just simply drag out your handles and pick an area, drag out your handles, and then hit Shift S. And now all of a sudden that area is silenced. So we're to play that. we see that we have a silence there. So if I was playing my voice in the voiceover, if I turn that back on, you can hear offering a valuable ebook. You entice visitors to explore your website further, increasing the chances of them discovering. You can hear the background music was dropped off. I hope this video was of help to you. This is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching, and please hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to buy Camtasia, please use my affiliate link below. Until next time, keep on creating, keep inspiring, and we'll see you at the next video.